See if the light here can pick up the shine. Yes, I use one of these blankets. This one is absolutely amazing. It breathes. It's not like those other ones. Anyway, and, can we get the reflective properties? So when I use that condensed linseed oil, you get a really nice tacky surface, and you buff it with the cloth side of this type of sandpaper, and what you get is a matte, but yet it's shiny too. And let's see if I can get it to show it. How do you even get that to show that? Like how it'll be shiny and reflective of the light. It just doesn't want to show it on camera. That's weird. Because when you have a really nice finish, it's kind of coming through there. It needs a few more coats. But when you condense the linseed oil like that, I don't know if I think I put it in another video, but I condense, I let it dry out in a cup. Still kind of bummed this is here. This might have been a returned axe. I did not do this. Or it's just a chip from shaping it. It's possible too, you know, because it's kind of got a, you can see the grain goes right there. And so try to get the reflection of the grain where it shines. It takes a long time to do it. But other videos where they use fresh linseed oil, you don't get this deep amber color. It's more of a red color. And this is because when you condense it, then it absorbs that color, but then you get a thicker layer of linseed oil on the wood fibers, and it comes out quite nice. That's why I do that. I learned it a long time ago with using paints, that if you let the linseed oil sit out, your paint color can be more dynamic. And so you use it to produce this like glow. I think that's how Van Gogh got his, other than he had a lot of pigment dense paints back then, but also he wouldn't have, if he would have used linseed oil, he wouldn't have been able to constantly use fresh oil. He would have let it sit. And the only logical conclusion to get this weird reflective glow with the pigments of paint is to condense your linseed oil. And so you just let it sit out. You can see like these ripples here. It's like, those are working marks, but yet it kind of rolls like flame maple does. And you don't get that with using fresh linseed oil. And so, cut myself? No, this fucking axe is so sharp. This thing just kicks your ass. That's why I wanted to spend the night just in here rubbing it with back of that cloth. There you can kind of see the glow coming through, and it's key indicating in how you can see these little tiny wind lines is how that forms. It's like cross perpendicular grain lines, and that's from the tree as it resonates from wind as it grows, and then the weight of it as well causing those compressions. There you go. There's a bit of a glow, it looks like, on the camera. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, from what I've seen, this is the only way to actually get that sort of glow. The handle's quite marred up and dinged. There's nothing I'm going to do about that. I'm just going to leave it. It'll add more friction and control. It's not a problem, but it's hard. It's really hard to capture that. It's like an illumination of the grain and light. In person, you know, it's because I've been rubbing it too, so it's not as thick. But that when you have a thick layer of linseed oil, before you start working it off, getting back down to the wood, then, you know, before that you can really see that glow. And so that's what you're trying to build up. And the only way to do that is through thicker layers. And logically then thickening your linseed oil. And so you get a deep, just beautiful sheen or shine, or it takes a long time to draw it out, but there you can kind of see it changing. And need to work more on this end. I like that you can see a lot of people carbon sealing the accents. It's not just aesthetic, it's actually purposeful. It's an old technique used to seal the ends of wood fibers. It's been done in America for ages, and I learned it at Roberto Ben. There was a student that experimented with using gunpowder to carbon seal, and I don't even remember his name. He's some Japanese guy, but he was very experimental with his instruments, and then extremely intelligent, they said. And so, yeah, you don't really get this with just straight linseed oil. It becomes dull. The thicker it is, it stays on the surface. It brings out the fibers slowly over time, lifting them. And then you buff it, and it'll stay and just has this like old baseball bat look to it. So I gotta put some more on there, and I think the next coat will be the last. I'll just let it dry, since we've been getting a lot of snow up here. There's no reason but to work on the handle and make it perfect.